Jeff Bodine riding in the lead in this race. Bill Elliott is number 2, and Dale Earnhardt is in 3rd place. Neil Bonnet has fallen back a ways. He led after the last caution, but obviously right now Bodine and Elliott and Earnhardt the class of the field here.
Bonnet, you remember I mentioned real early in the race that he just wasn't smoking his tires like the rest of them were. Well, he is now. He's just a little bit higher on the racetrack, and the tires are smoking, so they didn't get a good combination to change the tires this time. But Earnhardt picked up some, so you know, it goes back and forth just a little bit, and Elliott, he just keeps sticking his nose out there taking a peek, you know. He's not cooling his car. He's trying to pass. There is Kyle Petty and Ricky Rudd. Kyle has moved up to 6th place. Ricky Rudd right now is in 7th. Kyle having a good run here today. And Bobby Allison, you know, showing his stuff. He gets washed up just a little bit. Old car pushing just a little bit on him, I guess. And Harry's trying to overhaul him, and he looks like he's been swatting flies all day. That was the battle for 8th place there. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the racetrack. Dale Earnhardt, Neil Bonnet, and Ron Bouchard, the number 47 car, who continues to hang in there and really hopes for a good showing here today. It's been a tough year for Ron Bouchard in the Valvoline car. Well, they started out, you know, the first time that Dick Beebe's got a really good national sponsor, and they started out with such high hopes, and for some reason or other, they just can't really put it all together, last all day. But he's hooked in the bottom now. If it sticks together all day, he's going to be tough. That's the battle for 3rd place, and right now it's being won by Dale Earnhardt. Side by side, Bonnet and Bouchard. Yeah, they're getting ready to swap a fender here. Earnhardt's watching all that in his mirror saying, go ahead, boys, play with each other. I'm going to go on down the racetrack. And Earnhardt indeed does go down the racetrack as they come down the front straightaway and head into turn 1 now. That race right there is for 4th place, but you would think it was for 1st on the last lap between Bonnet and Bouchard, and Ron just apparently doesn't have enough muscle on the straightaway to overtake Neil Bonnet. Can't really get up off the corner when you pinch down like that. If you'll notice, Neil push him right to the bottom right here. Now see how he pulls him down on the racetrack and then turns him kind of loose, and it just, the car just doesn't turn up off the corner like that really good. Well, now Bouchard takes 4th place away from Neil Bonnet. Bonnet is now 5th on the field, and there is your leader, Jeff Bodine, in car number 5. They're having a good day, I'll tell you. I'm glad to see it. Rick Hendrick down in Charlotte owns that team, put it together last year from scratch, and man, they've really done something with it. Bodine in the Levi Garrett Chevrolet today, and he is having one heck of a ride. Some other drivers having a pretty good ride too, and you're taking a look at them. One of them is Kyle Petty, and you can't say enough about that youngster. Who would have ever thought the Pettys and the Wood brothers would get together and form a team? They had a marriage that was built in heaven or wherever, and it happened at Charlotte Motor Speedway a year or so ago, and it's been a good thing for both of them. Kyle is just you know, he's got that Colgate smile, man. It's just like his daddy used to be, and he's tickled to death. There you see Terry Labonte, who has gone a lap down. Labonte not running real strong at the moment. Jeff Bodine is still your leader. Richard Petty, Kyle's old man, they say, is having a pretty good run today. Yeah, and there's Buddy Baker coming up. Here's Jeff Bodine coming in the pit. This would be a scheduled pit stop. A scheduled pit stop for fuel and tires for Jeff Bodine. About all the drivers should be making pit stops here in the next few minutes. Now your new leader will be Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott has taken the lead as Bodine pulls in a scheduled stop, and apparently had a little bit of trouble getting that car fired on pit road. I seen when he first pulled in there, they were shooting fuel in the intake, like maybe he had ran out of gas, and then it looked like it stalled on him. So I don't know for sure if it was scheduled or not. Well, Bodine is under fire now, winding through the gearbox as he gets set to try to chase down Bill Elliott. He is a lap down now, and Bill Elliott is the leader on the racetrack. The first time he has led the race. Got another problem going into the first turn. It looks like Phil Parsons. It is Phil Parsons in car number 17. What a break for Bill Elliott and the rest of the leaders, and what heartbreak now for Jeff Bodine, as he will lose a lap, and everybody else now gets to pit under the caution flag as Phil Parsons has spun and brought the caution out here at Dover, Delaware. Pit stops all around, everybody into the pits, and we'll be back to Dover in just a moment. Mike Hogwood along with Dick Brooks welcoming you back to Dover, Delaware. There's your top 5. Bill Elliott, Kyle Petty, Harry Gant, Ricky Rudd, and Dale Earnhardt. You see car number 5. He is at the tail end of the lead lap as we go to green.
And because of that caution flag, everybody else got fuel and tires under the yellow, and he had to stop under green, and it was tough for Jeff.
Well, he did that, but he's not really a lap down, but he just got to beat this that little bit. But one thing he did, he came in 2 laps before the caution, and he put on right side tires. He had the option to come back and put left side tires on, and everybody else could only change 2. The new rule that NASCAR has is you're penalized a lap if you change more than 2 tires under the caution. So he's got 4 fresh tires. Elliott's only got 2 fresh tires, but believe me, if Elliott can do anything to put him behind him now, he'll try to do it. It's not like it was a while ago when they were just racing for the lead. If Elliott can put him back and hold him there where Jeff can't make his lap back up, like right now he's a lap down, if he can hold him there, you don't have to race with him at the end of the race. So believe me, he's going to try to do it.
And Jeff Bodine is going to fight just as hard to stay on that lead lap. And right now he is a lap down as Bill Elliott goes by him. A call now to Kyle Petty, who you see there in the back of that pack in car number 7. Kyle Petty is listed in 2nd place. And what a move to the front Kyle Petty has made. And for the 2nd week in a row, a strong showing for car number 7. And I couldn't be happier for the guy.
Oh, no, that's great. I'll tell you, me and him live on the same lake. You know, every once in a while he comes floating by in his boat and he waves, you know. And I'll go over here once in a while and he won't wave when I come by my boat. But anyway, he's doing a great job. I'm glad to see it.
Well, Kyle Petty you see there racing with Terry Labonte, who is a lap down. And there's the leader now, Bill Elliott, who is trying to put distance on the rest of the field. What a season they have had for the team from Dawsonville, Georgia. They have had all kinds of media invade their shops, and Bill Elliott still won't let anybody in the front door to find out the secret of that race team. That is for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Kyle Petty, Harry Gant, and Ricky Rudd. Number 2, number 3, and number 4 on the racetrack at the moment. We haven't said much about Ricky Rudd, but he's a guy that always runs well here at Dover. He told me earlier in the week, I always run well the first half and then fall back, but I want to run well all day today.
Well, it's a good track for Fords. I've got 2 seconds here, I think, and a couple thirds in Fords. And when I was driving for Junie Donlevy, and I made him what he was, you know. Right here at Dover, Delaware.
I heard that. Junie Donlevy's only win came here at Dover, but it wasn't with Dick Brooks behind the wheel. It was with Jody Ridley at the controls.
We both got so old, one of us had to quit. We got a fine race going on here today. And Kyle kind of slipped by him there just a little bit. He's kind of showing his stuff in his Ford, too.
There you see Dale Earnhardt at the back of that pack in car number 3. He is currently listed in 5th place. So 1 through 5, it's a pretty tight bunch. But right now, Bill Elliott starting to put some distance on the field. And the Coors Ford Thunderbird looks like it's hooked up a little bit right now.
Yeah, he really is. He's hooked tight. He's staying in the bottom groove. You know, a few years back, he used to be able to run 2 grooves on this racetrack. He could run a little bit higher, but they put some sealant on the thing, and they keep putting it on each year to kind of take care of the weather cracks and stuff, and it's pretty well taken away the high groove. Everybody now's got to run at the bottom.
Dale Earnhardt now trying to take 4th place away from Ricky Rudd. He is right on his bumper. There you see the distance between Earnhardt and Rudd, and the leader, Bill Elliott.
Elliott's getting to the point where everybody don't even. There was, you know, such a great day for Childers and Dale Earnhardt, and they sure got some serious problems now.
You telling me that was more than tire smoke, huh?
Oh yes, it was. It was coming out of the pipes, and they're gonna go to the house, I expect, all the way back to wherever they live, you know, in Winston-Salem.
That generally means that the engine has blown when you see smoke from that area. Earnhardt did a good job of holding it on the racetrack. What does a driver do when your engine lets go? I know you're dumping oil and stuff all over the racetrack.
Well, I tell you, I think closing your eyes is the first thing you should do, and then you just kind of try to get a hold of it. Cale Yarborough said one time, you got to keep driving.
Well, there's Dale Earnhardt coming into the Richard Childress pit area right now. And let's take a look at it again. What happened to the car, Dick Brooks?
Well, it just looked like everything was going fine, and it just dumped out the side. I tell you, that's he either busted a head or a cylinder wall. That's water smoke. I mean, there's oil in that, but that's basically water smoke because it pumped out both cylinders like that. So I would imagine he busted a cylinder wall.
Right now, we're going to take a break from Dover, Delaware. Be back with the finish in just a moment.